So Donald Trump comes. That's the whole the part of the procedure. Hello guys, thank you for joining the journey. And in this episode, I don't want to make this episode more of like a traditional vlog. To be honest with you, I'm kind of running out of time. And I did an EPO episode before, and the next episode was originally supposed to be the second episode of EPO, the 6-star hotel resort. Actually, you can go back, if you go back to my videos, and you can watch the previous videos, and I have a resort video, like a 6-star resort video. But I figured, well, okay, well, I didn't publish yesterday, I'm trying to publish every day, so now why not just talk about something common? I did this before in one of my videos. I was comparing azan in Turkey to azan in Malaysia, because this caught my attention when we were staying in Kuala Lumpur, and I made a video about that, and it seemed like took a lot of people's interest. So I figured this is a special holiday right now we're in here in Malaysia, and not only in Malaysia, in the Muslim community is right now celebrating this special holiday that comes after Ramadan, 30 days of fasting, not eating during the day. So I would like to talk about the differences between celebration of this special day here. To be honest with you, I forgot the name of it again, because in Turkish, in Turkey they say it differently. It has a different name, which is in Turkish, but it's in Arabic. I think it's called something fitr. Okay, I can't remember. I forgot. But again, I'm a Turkish American. This is something I mentioned before. However, I grew up in Istanbul, so I'm familiar with the religion. Even if Turkish people, especially in Istanbul, are pretty liberal. People don't live by religion a lot. But I would like to just kind of make a comparison between these two practices. Here, as far as I know, in Turkey, this is pretty much the first Muslim country that I've ever been to after Turkey. So in Turkey, they call this sugar or candy holiday, or a Ramadan holiday in Turkish, because a lot of people on the first day of holiday, what they do is they dress up really nicely. If anything, they buy new clothes. By the way, she's right here. She's listening. She's also learning, because this is something she's not familiar with. Since she's from Austria. A lot of people consume sugar products. On the first day, they visit their families. And again, on the second day, they visit the neighbors. I mean, this is traditionally how it is normally practiced. However, these days, especially in the big cities, a lot of people actually choose to go on a holiday. They actually skip the visiting the family, the neighbor part. They just take this like a government holiday. It's usually 3 days as far as I know in Turkey. But here, honestly, I'm not really familiar, but I've noticed that there are no Grab drivers. A lot of Grab drivers are Malay in Kuala Lumpur, and the streets were completely empty. So it seems very clear that a lot of people collectively are celebrating this holiday here in Malaysia. And again, in Turkey, a lot of people visit their loved ones, their neighbors, and this is something interesting, and it might be different to a lot of Muslims around the world. In Turkey, when neighbors visit each other, or even families, and some families, they give sugar, chocolate, and then to each other, and drink coffee, Turkish coffee, and they drink liquor, alcohol. So this is something, I'm also looking at her reactions, which is pretty stable right now, not changing much. But she's tired. Oh my gosh, that's Jacqueline. Say hi. Okay. All right, so and that's probably because a lot of the Turkish people are not religious, and it's considerable number of them consume alcohol. They mostly, the ones that I know, again, the ones that I know where I grew up, they don't pray 5 times a day. Like pretty much half of them, or 30% of them, actually fasten. I think I think more than half my friends that I know don't. But again, that's because traditionally Turkish people are, all of them have faith in God, but they are mostly non-practicing Muslims if you ask them. So, but here, I mean, again, I wasn't raised religiously, but I'm familiar with the religion. And here it seems like collectively a lot of Malays, because in Kuala Lumpur, especially in Kuala Lumpur, there are a lot of the Chinese origin, the Indian origin, and the Malay origin. These are the major ethnicities here in Malaysia. It is a united nation. Not like United Nations, like UN. You know what I mean. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to talk about this briefly, and this is more of like a kind of like an informative episode, so to speak. And yeah, in my previous video, I was trying to say celebrate everybody's holiday like this. I would like to say Selamat Hari Raya for all those Muslims in Malaysia who are celebrating. Before you guys go, hi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Selamat Hari Raya for all those who are celebrating the important holiday. Let me just today, and it is the end of 30 days Ramadan. A lot of the Muslims all across the world practiced not eating.
Not eating,
this is a special holiday. It's called EID AL FITR. In Turkey, they call this the sugar holiday. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna. No, the video's gonna play now. And yeah. How about, okay, what is your most special holiday in Austria? You tell us about the one in Austria.
It's Christmas.
Christmas. It's Christmas in the Christian world. And again, Christians, very similar to Turkish people, they don't live by religion a lot. Everybody keeps their religion to themselves, usually, in the West. As far as I know, from Turkey and from the United States. But a lot of the Muslim nations, like religion plays a really great part in the community and the society. I'm talking about the general public. I'm not talking about, I think the upper middle class practices, I think, differently in every country. Anyway, I'm getting way too deep with it, but what is after Christmas? What is the next? Easter. They do Easter, and Easter, what do you guys do in Easter? You guys have the bunnies, right? Eat the chocolate bunnies?
Eat the bunnies? No, I mean, bunny is just a symbol.
The bunny is the symbol. The egg is... The bunny is... What is the egg then? The eggs.
It's also a symbol. You mean the chocolate eggs?
So they symbolize.
No,
what do they symbolize?
It's just marketing thing, I guess.
So Easter is marketing. Easter
no,
on Easter. Okay, I'm joking, come on.
Just the rabbit and the egg and the sheep and the chicks. Just marketing stuff.
Probably, actually, yeah. They have a lot of like Milka, all the chocolate brands go pretty crazy on this day, and they like big rabbit chocolates, like Hello, pretty much all of them, and then the thicker the better, I guess. And they eat the didn't sound good. Thicker.
No,
I mean the chocolate. Okay.
The priest comes, and
the beats.
No, I don't know you.
Like they crucifies you. The priest crucifies everybody, right?
No, just the food.
Everybody gets crucified on Easter.
No,
you know what a crucifixion is? Or crucified? Crucifixion. You know what that means?
No.
Okay, nobody is getting crucified on
You mean
Easter, okay?
This Stop making fun of me.
Okay, I'm not making fun of you.
You do right away.
Okay, I won't. So, it's like a blessing, right? It's
Yeah,
like a
they bless
okay.
the food. They bless your oyster bread, your meat, your horseradish.
He blesses your meat.
Yes, we eat meat.
Yes. So you get blessed on what was it? Easter.
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 Yeah. You have Easter bread. You have Easter ham.
Easter ham.
Then you have eggs, boiled eggs.
Boiled eggs.
Horseradish.
Horseradish. A lot of new stuff. Like I didn't like when I was in the U.S. We did a lot of Christmas over there, you know. And Thanksgiving is big. Thanksgiving is not religious holiday, by the way. But Easter was something, you know, I honestly didn't really do much in the U.S. A lot of my friends usually invited me because, like, when I was in college, it was like a college town, like a typical American town. And for the special days, because I didn't have family there, I was always invited to my friends' families. But Easter wasn't one of them. You know, I was invited to a lot of Christmas, a lot of Thanksgiving, but Easter was something that I actually experienced firsthand in Austria. So that was something interesting, and yeah. This has been.
Then you have a big fire.
Oh yeah, you do have a big fire. It's huge. Huge, like Donald, it's gonna be huge, you know, like Donald Trump.
Huge problem. It's a huge problem. The huge problem. That is a huge problem.
So Donald Trump comes. That's the part of the procedure. Lights the fire and becomes huge. Whatever Donald Trump does becomes huge. Okay. Just like the trade wars he just started with China. Okay. Anyway, we're going off tangent now. But the fire is amazing. Actually, I might actually have some videos of this that I recorded. And meanwhile, yep. They said it was going to be a bonfire. This looks like a bomb dropped over here. So yeah, people gather around, watch it, and take shots. It's called schnapps shots. And it's alcohol. It's pretty strong actually, and you wouldn't believe 7-year-old kids were actually drinking this too. Actually, I might be able to add this, but I don't want to publish this video too late. But let me see if I can find it. I'm going to share that. It's huge. It looks like a bomb dropped. Like seriously, I thought it was going to be like a bonfire when she first told me we're going to have a fire, and then this thing is huge. I mean, and they do this in Austria, I think in Germany, Sweden, I'm not sure, I think in Holland they do that too. A lot of Northern European countries.
No, you cannot do it, it's not legal.
Well, not legal.
Fire to make fire in the city is not legal.
Not in the cities, not in the cities. I'm just saying where they practice, which countries, you know.
You have to go to the government and apply if you make fire.
No, I know what you mean, but which nations does this practice? Because again, in America, you don't see any. I had never heard anything like that before. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so yeah, this has been a nice pillow talk.
Nice pillow talk.
Yeah, and yeah, and I hope anybody, you know, who's celebrating, you know, hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday. And we did another episode actually. We were in downtown Petronas about a couple of days ago, yesterday. Yeah, we were yesterday, and we did an episode. We tried this other Malaysian meal from McDonald's. One of our viewers actually recommended this one meal, and we did it.
It was really good.
We did it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was really good.
It was pretty good. And again, we have a lot of footages from the resort. It's coming up hopefully tomorrow. I've been really busy. I've been programming a lot these days.
Yeah, that's true. You also forget a little.
Let's try not to. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining. Again, if you guys like our videos, then please like and subscribe. And we will see you tomorrow. And again, you know, amazing holiday. If you guys have any questions or any corrections, please don't forget to leave comments, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.